The Family Reunion is a play by T.S. Eliot. Written mostly in blank verse though not iambic pentameter, it incorporates elements from Greek drama and mid-20th century detective plays to portray the hero's journey from guilt to redemption. The play was unsuccessful when first presented in 1939, and was later regarded as unsatisfactory by its author, but has been successfully revived since the 1940s. Some critics have thought aspects of the tormented hero reflect Eliot's difficulties with his estrangement from his first wife. Thomas Stearns Eliot Ohm, 26 September 1888 to 4 January 1965, was a poet, essayist, publisher, playwright, literary critic and editor. Considered one of the 20th century's major poets, he is a central figure in English-language modernist poetry. The play is in 2 acts, set in Wishwood, a stately home in the north of England. At the beginning, the family of Amy, Dowager Lady Monchensi, are assembling for her birthday party. She is, as her doctor later explains, clinging on to life by sheer willpower. I keep Wishwood alive. To keep the family alive, to keep them together. To keep me alive, and I keep them. Lady Monchensi's 2 brothers-in-law and 3 sisters are present, and a younger relation, Mary, but none of Lady Monchensi's 3 sons. Among other things they discuss the sudden, and not to them wholly unwelcome, death at sea of the wife of the eldest son Harry, the present Lord Monchensi. Neither of the younger sons ever appears, both being slightly injured in motoring accidents, but Harry soon arrives, his first appearance at Wishwood for 8 years. He is haunted by the belief that he pushed his wife off the ship. In fact, Harry has an alibi for the time, but whether he killed her or not, he wished her dead, and his feelings of guilt are the driving force in the rest of the play. 10. Lady Monchensi decides that Harry's state warrants the discreet observation of the family doctor, who is invited to join the party, ostensibly as a dinner guest. Mary, who has been earmarked by Amy as a future wife for Harry, wishes to escape from life at Wishwood, but her Aunt Agatha tells her that she must wait. You and I, Mary, are only watchers and waiters, not the easiest role. Agatha reveals to Harry that his father attempted to kill Amy while Harry was in her womb, and that Agatha prevented him. Far from being grateful, Amy resented and still resents Agatha's depriving her of her husband. Harry, with Agatha's encouragement, announces his intention to go away from Wishwood, leaving his steady younger brother John to take over. Amy, despairing at Harry's renunciation of Wishwood, dies offstage, an old woman alone in a damned house, and Harry and his faithful servant, Downing, leave. Structure. The play is partly in blank verse, though Eliot uses a stress-based meter, with usually 4 or 5 stresses per line and not the iambic pentameter, and partly in prose. Eliot had already experimented with verse drama in Murder in the Cathedral, and continued to use the form in his post-war stage works. Though the work has superficial resemblances to a conventional 1930s drawing room drama, Eliot uses 2 devices from ancient Greek drama. Harry's uncles and aunts occasionally detach themselves from the action and chant a commentary on the plot, in the manner of a Greek chorus. Harry is pursued by the Eumenides, the avenging Furies who pursue Orestes in the Orestia. They are seen not only by Harry but by his servant and the most perceptive member of his family, Agatha. Despite these Greek themes, Stephen Spender commented that the whole play was about the hero's discovery of his religious vocation as a result of his sense of guilt. T.S. Eliot's The Family Reunion is a 2-act play composed in blank verse. It was first produced in 1939 following the comparatively successful Murder in the Cathedral in 1935, and is set in the fictional estate of Wishwood, where the ailing matriarch, Amy, Lady Monchensi, is hosting a birthday party with the aid of her sisters, Ivy, Violet, and Agatha, as well as her 2 brothers, Charles and Gerald Piper. They are joined by Mary, a daughter of a deceased cousin of Amy's, as well as a servant. Amy is very ill but awaits the arrival of her 3 sons. It is a cold springtime at Wishwood in northern England, and Gerald misses being a subaltern so that he could be back in the warmer climes of the East. The group discusses differences between their generation and their children's, claiming, for example, that the younger generation is decadent. They look to Mary to ask for her commentary on her own generation, but, feeling socially marginalized by virtue of being nearing 30 and without serious marriage prospects, she comments that she feels she belongs to no generation. Finally, Harry arrives. Agatha, Amy's sister, suspects it will be hard for him to adapt to the return, but his mother disagrees, as she is interested in him taking over the estate. Before Harry's return, Amy insists that they are lucky not to have met Harry's late wife, who died after falling overboard on a ship at sea. When Harry arrives, the family expects it to be John and is surprised to see him. Harry is accompanied by creatures noticeable only to him, the Eumenides of Greek tragedy who haunt the culprits of murder. Harry insists that, contrary to his mother's wishes, they cannot act as if nothing has changed. He suffers from intense feelings of guilt for having been angry with his wife and thinking of killing her when she fell overboard. Though Harry has an alibi and did not push his wife overboard, his experience of guilt makes him question the reality of what happened. Mary confesses to Agatha that she wants to leave Wishwood, though she knows that Amy wants her to stay. Harry and Mary reminisce about their childhood together but do not become romantically involved as Harry's nearly dead mother would wish. Agatha admits that when Harry was in utero, his father thought of killing his mother, which Agatha prevented by dissuading him. It is announced in sequence that neither John nor Arthur, Amy's other two children, will be coming. Harry, too, announces that he is leaving, which his mother first protests and then wishes to know why. She claims to her brother that he is becoming a missionary in order to account for his sudden departure. Amy also accuses Agatha of taking her son just as she took her husband, though Agatha insists that she did not prompt Harry to leave. After Harry leaves, Agatha and Mary admit to having seen the Eumenides, too. The chorus describes how humans are resistant to changes in their lives. Amy dies, and Mary and Agatha pray around her body while blowing out candles on her birthday cake. Source credit: https://www.enotes.com/topics/family-reunion